good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. We are here recording live from the mothership. No, I keep saying live. I'm gonna have to just, I can't. I'm so used to saying live from the mothership that even when we ain't live, I'm still reporting live. Here's where it is. We're back. I should have been prepared. I wasn't prepared to record this. Hold on, it's kind of warm in here. Let me take off. Just give me a second. One second. I'm back. Okay. A little bit warm. I had a hoodie on, you know. It's time for episode 19 of this here career mode, and we're getting into the nitty gritty. Really, this whole season so far has just been nothing but the nitty gritty, and I'm loving it. Like every episode, it seems like the stakes are just raised and raised as we get closer to the end of the season. Obviously, we're in the semi-finals of the Champions League right now, playing against Bayern Munich. This is one of the biggest semi-finals you'll ever, it doesn't really get much. You're talking about European football, you're talking about Champions League football, potentially the two biggest teams in the world, right? Real Madrid, we've been over this, undoubtedly the biggest team in the world, biggest team ever. Especially when you're talking Champions League, I think Real Madrid won the first 6 Champions Leagues in a row, something like that. I don't know the whole ins and outs, but Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, 2 European juggernauts. And having said that, I can't actually remember too many times, at least in my lifetime, where I've actually seen Real Madrid and Bayern Munich face off in the Champions League. I can't really remember that many times. The day that they meet up in a Champions League final will be absolutely insane, and I can't wait for it. And you see right here, they got off to a fast start right there, and these are the type of things, if you blink you miss it, but you really have to keep your eyes open to see the effect that players like Militao have in this save, because it was an amazing block. If he wasn't there, they 100% take the lead right there, and the same can be said for Manuel Neuer, who denied Vinicius Jr. at the back post. Massive opportunity. Obviously, first game, as you can see here at the Bernabeu, so we have the home advantage. And by this point, I'm pretty sure that away goals is a thing in this game. Obviously, in real life, like I said, that the away goal rule is no more. But you know, with EA and with FIFA, you can never be sure. And we stepped up regardless, and we put ourselves into the league right on the stroke of half time. If you was looking at the lineups in the beginning, you would have seen that Karim Benzema did not start this game. A big call. Obviously, you know, we got a lot of big fixtures that have been coming up, and obviously you want to prioritize and stuff, but we have a league challenge that we're mounting right now, and I really just put my faith into the players, not only Luka Jovic, but the players around Luka Jovic, that he could get the job done. We could get the job done without Karim Benzema, and Jovic himself stepped up and scored a brilliantly finished overhead kick. Or whatever you want to call it. I find it interesting because usually you would call those bicycle kicks, right? But then it's like, they're not really a bicycle. What you would think would be a bicycle kick would be like the Paolo Di Canio, right? That makes more sense, because that's like a bicycle animation. Why are we discussing this? It doesn't really matter, but you get where I'm coming from. But we were in the lead. Bayern Munich chasing them to get themselves back into the game. 73 minutes have passed. They bided their time. They forced a brilliant save out of Thibaut Courtois, who's just continuing. The level of consistency from Thibaut Courtois this season is absolutely insane, and he keeps growing as well. And I'm gonna have to keep my eye open on it, because I want to know who the best keeper in the world is in the game, and I'm pretty sure he's right behind Jan Oblak, because he's like, I think he's a 91 overall at this point. But Bayern Munich continued to put the pressure on us as they played the ball in behind. Söyüncü unfortunately makes a massive mistake as he's trying to clear the ball, and Thomas Muller, captain for the day, steps up, finds the back of the net, and draws Bayern Munich level with, again, I'm still not 100% sure, but I am leaning towards believing that there is away goals in this game, and if that is the case, that's a big goal right there. Let me know in the comment section if anybody is 100% sure, because I obviously haven't had the situation happen to me yet where away goals would come into effect to decide a tie. If anybody has and they've seen it, let me know, because it would be very important, you know, to actually affect in these games. But we did end up drawing 1-1 with Bayern Munich. You're going to see the second leg in this episode. So the semi-finals will be decided today. And as you can see, the second game of the semi-finals of our leg is Liverpool and Barcelona. Two teams who, you know, they have a lot of Champions League experience. And two teams, obviously, we've played Barcelona a number of times this season. And on the other side, we've played two English opponents on our way to the semi-finals. So I mean, both sides you would feel we would feel relatively confident in knowing what we're up against. But we still have to get past Bayern Munich later on in this episode, which will come after today's La Liga fixture. And this is what I'm just loving it, because every game that comes, we're at the point of the season where it's like no matter who we're playing, it's a 6-pointer, because it's so tight around the top of the table, to the point where we could even be out of Champions League contention if everything went wrong, right? And it wouldn't take that much, because like I said, everybody is pushing. We're playing against Espanyol. You can see that lineup there. They got Wule. I've never actually known how to say his name. I guess it's Wule. Leading their line, and we had to make a couple changes. Karim Benzema came back into the starting lineup after, of course, missing the clash with Bayern Munich, but we had to make sure we had to manage it correctly and make sure that he would be fit. With the game hanging in the balance, he'd be ready to play that second leg at the Allianz Arena, or Sanderson Park as they call it. Hey, we need to get these licenses back in FIFA, bro. You can't be. I mean, eFootball, Pez is done out here, bro. You could bring them back, bring them back, bro. Bring all them licenses. All these teams gonna come running back to EA. Because you ain't got that eFootball money, man. That's tough. I think, who was it? I think it's Napoli who would agree to deal with Pez for next season. That's tough. That's tough, bro. You agreed that deal a little bit too early. You should have waited for eFootball to come out and see what it was saying. But hey, they got their money regardless. It is what it is. But back into the action. Wule gets himself a chance right there as he was playing a beautiful through ball that fed him in behind behind our defense. And you see, we've had some success with this season so far, and we had a little bit more success as we found our way in behind from Route 1 football again. Thibaut Courtois, just a long kick. And this is I like the fact that this is working for me every now and again, because it really does. And playing when it's so hard when you get a game where I'm finding it hard to break down the defense. Again, playing on manual, when it's hard to break down the defense, it's hard to break down the defense because you have to be so perfect, especially when they got a back five and stuff. But when I'm having these games where I'm finding it hard to break down the defense, it's so nice to just have a plan B, another option that can get me in. And right there, Benzema with a nice flick on into Pedro Neto, who got himself another goal. And Pedro Neto had a little taste for the back of the net right there as he went for it from range, but forced a good save out of the keeper. 61 minutes in, and it's all just hanging in the balance, because it's a situation where, I mean, things can change so quickly. And you see right here is exactly what I'm talking about. We're relatively comfortable in the game. You know, we're controlling possession. We're creating the chances. We're keeping Espanyol to a minimal. And then all of a sudden, we make a massive mistake at the back. For as much as Courtois has done for us this season, a mistake like that at a point like this in the season, hey, dropping 2 points could be the difference between winning and not winning the La Liga title this season. And to give a goal away like that, I don't know what, they played a ball into the box. I'm sitting there expecting Courtois to just catch it, and for some reason, he chests it down, and I'm in control all of a sudden, and I panicked a little bit, I underhit the pass, and all of a sudden, we are 1-0, pulled back to 1-1, but Karim Benzema, our captain Zimmer, King Zimmer, with the keys to the bimmer, he seemed to have the keys to the defense, because it's unacceptable. If I'm the Espanyol manager, the whole back four is done. The whole back four is done. You gotta pack your bags, bro. You're done. It's unacceptable. For a 34-year-old Karim Benzema with no pace whatsoever to just run through. I was not expecting that when I got the ball with Benzema. I was just waiting. At first, I was just trying to hold on to the ball and wait for a run or something. And they just kept opening up. And the more I ran, they just didn't close me down. Benzema got into the box, fired it past the goalkeeper. massive 3 points that were almost just gifted to us. And pressure keeps going. You see Sevilla picked up another 3 points as they got a win. Barcelona to play later on in the day. And again, those 3 points, dropping 2 points could be the difference. It really could be the difference of how close the title race is this season. So we have to make sure that, especially in games where we're really expected to win, because we have some tough games coming to end off the season. The final game of the season is against Real Betis. So, you know, we got some tough games, and the games that we are expected to win, we need to make sure that we're going out there, especially at home. As strong as we've been at home, we need to make sure that we keep it up. We need to make sure that we keep winning games at the Bernabeu up until the end of the season and get as much points as possible to say that we've been to be able to say that we've done all we can do to pick up the La Liga title. So that's that. We've sorted out business in Spain. Now we head over to Germany to see off the rest of this tie. Bayern Munich with a strong lineup right there. I mean, you look at the back four, you look at the midfield, you know, the wide players, the danger man. They got Lewandowski up front, you know, they got Serge Gnabry and Thomas Muller. We've already seen how clinical he could be in front of goal, but playing away from home makes this a lot more dangerous for us. And again, just another massive game, a game of huge proportion. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Champions League semi-final. And the only way it could really get bigger is if it was the final. Like, I would even consider this. I mean, look, if we make it through into the final, we play either Liverpool or Barcelona. I would honestly consider Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich to be an even bigger game than those, even if it was Real Madrid versus Barcelona potentially, or the Barcelona Real Madrid Champions League final is just massive. But Bayern Munich got themselves an early opportunity as we bring that shaky defending into this tie, and that's exactly what we didn't want to do, making those mistakes. Brilliant defending from Soyuncu. Unfortunately, just can't get it under control, and a shot right there is tipped onto the post from Thibaut Courtois. Bayern Munich came at us in this first half. They put the pressure on us. Playing at the Allianz, we could definitely feel the difference as they made their way in behind again. Lewandowski found Muller, found Lewandowski, who found Muller again, and they were on that ultimate AI-ish. You can see it right there. As soon as you see something like that, you know it's going to be a long day. As soon as you see them get into the box and hit the ping, 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 pong, you know it's going to be a long day. And they just kept coming at us and creating golden chances, but they lost the ball in a very dangerous zone right here as Pedro Neto fires it across the face of the goal on his weaker foot. Obviously, when you're talking about a player like Pedro Neto, you use the term weaker foot loosely, because his right foot is I mean, it's not exactly weak, right? But maybe if he was on his left, he finds the back of the net right there. But we had our first chance of the game. 78 minutes we jumped before there was anything else. The second half was a lot more tense as Muller stepped up and crashed one off the crossbar. Based off of just chances, you can clearly see that Bayern Munich were the ones pressing and the ones who were most likely to score. But we were able to work our way out of the back very nicely as Marco Asensio had come off the bench. We're into extra time right now as he found Dani Carvajal down the right-hand side. And unfortunately, his cross was blocked by Nicolas Sula. But we did have a corner result and it's put into the box. Karim Benzema wins it. And unfortunately, he was unable to direct that one and even keep that one down. I mean, relatively free header inside the box, but there just wasn't really enough pace on it for him to be able to really challenge the keeper in any way. We're getting late into the second half of extra time now. Bayern Munich come forward again, and a brilliant save once more forced out of Thibaut Courtois. I mean, I'm not even going to go into how important he is to us right now because we're in the middle of a very important game and we've said it over and over again, but a massive save right there to again deny Thomas Muller from getting his name on the score sheet, and a goal that would have put them into the final of the Champions League. And you can see right now we went into penalty shootouts. And Thibaut Courtois makes a massive save from the first penalty. Karim Benzema steps up and finds the corner with aplomb. How important is that for your captain, your main goal scorer, to step up and tuck one away so confidently? It was Kimmich's turn that time. He done the same, found the corner beautifully. This time, Luka Modric steps up looking for that top corner, and it's a brilliant save from Neuer to match Thibaut Courtois, and Courtois answers back as Thomas Muller misses. 2 penalties missed for Bayern Munich, and Toni Kroos steps up and puts us 1-0 up, 2-1 up, and Choupo-Moting makes sure it still hangs in the balance. 2-2 with a penalty in advance for us. Casemiro steps up and puts his one straight down the middle, and it all is in the balance for Bayern Munich. They have to score this one. If they don't, they are going home. It's Leon Goretzka up against Thibaut Courtois, and he takes a page out of Casemiro's book and puts it straight down the middle. And all of a sudden, it all rests on the shoulders of our young Brazilian Vinicius Jr. to put us into the Champions League final, and he does it in style. Yeah. We're into the Champions League final. Massive, massive win in the penalty shootout. Vinicius Jr., the amount of composure. He could have looked like a real fool right now, and I would have been standing here talking a completely different story about how we missed the Panenka and Bayern Munich stepped up and put us out the Champions League. But it didn't go down like that. Vinicius Jr., when it all mattered, had the composure, the goal, the audacity to step up and hit the Panenka on one of the greatest keepers of all time in the Champions League semi-final. Again, on a stage so big, it makes Andre the Giant look like Rey Mysterio. But yeah, massive win. You can see right here, Barcelona absolutely strolled past Liverpool, winning 5-2 on aggregate. So we will be facing Barcelona in the Champions League final, which will come up in just 2 episodes. We have the La Liga finale up next. Just 4 games remain in this season. You can see some teams have played the 5, but just 4 games remaining, and this is how the table looks. We sit 1 point behind Barcelona. Sevilla 72 points, Atletico 68. So really those teams are pretty much out of the title race. They have to worry about a race for Champions League football because Real Sociedad are sitting on 67 points right behind Atletico Madrid. And you know, if 4 games left, they could still catch even Sevilla. But really, I mean, the main threats, us and Barcelona, duking it out. 4 more games left. And again, as much as I say Sevilla are pretty much out of it, they're still only 4 points behind Barcelona. You know, they're 3 points off of us. So, I mean, we are obviously the front runners, but anything can happen in this final episode. I implore you to come back for the next one because it's going to be an explosive finish. This season is coming to an end. It's been one of the most entertaining that I've done on FIFA, to be honest, and I can't wait to get started on season 2. But first, we have to get over season 1. Let me know in the comments section before we do the season finale, who do you think is going to walk away with the La Liga trophy? That's all I want to know in the comment section. Leave a like, subscribe, share. Until next time, I see you guys later. Deuces.